Keith Mcknight, Director at RECOM Solutions.
Dillon, also Director, so we're business partners. We both set up the business together.
There's three parts to the company. We do consultancy, main contracting, and passive fire protection works. Each part of the business complements the other part, and we've been going now for circa 7 years.
We do quite a lot of work within the insurance industry and the disaster recovery, so we've kind of witnessed firsthand the impact that, correctly installed passive fire protection solutions can help, how it helps a building, and then we also see the other side, which is obviously when it's not been installed correctly and the sort of devastating impact it can have. I think what we are really known for is the quality of service, professionalism. We've sort of built a team, and I suppose our proudest achievement is that we've got a really good culture within the team.
We try and create a feel-safe environment so that there's a kind of open door for if there is a problem, an obstacle or a challenge, that we've got that kind of team to go and kind of resolve any individual problem or obstacle as mentioned. From a consultancy perspective, we both sit as individual leads for different clients, and the importance of that to our fire protection arm of the business is instilling confidence very early doors.
The headline news is we're probably working in 10 different hospitals across Greater Manchester, so most of the hospitals we've got a presence on, doing some form of passive fire protection works. We've also picked up a lot of retrofitting in the residential market, so obviously with legislation changing and building owners understanding their responsibilities and how that's coming to the forefront, we've picked up quite a lot of retrofit residential.
I think the way the current industry is, it has progressed significantly over the past few years, and we're in a fortunate position that everyone's starting to take note of this now, with new bills being enforced and new legislation coming in. I think that the most important thing is that education piece that I've previously mentioned. So that's it, education of the design team, education of front-end stakeholders, developers, building owners, main contractors, subcontractors, and everyone within the supply chain.
The industry needs some compulsory awareness training similar to the asbestos industry. Passive fire is probably the new asbestos with regards to it's on everyone's radar, and if there was a compulsory awareness training for anyone that's working in a building, it gives them a better insight into actually what's required and why it's required, then I think that's a great step in the right direction.
Approach that it's a subcontractor's problem to resolve the passive fire protection or fire issue, where that has been historically the way in the nature, whether it's a tier 1 main contractor that just kind of puts a pot of money aside for a subcontract package without the detail and understanding of what that package entails, and also the kind of urgent requirements from a design perspective that need to be overcome. I think that's a real, not problem, but obstacle and challenge maybe that needs a bit more kind of work on. So it's more on the onus of having that awareness as equally as important to the Health and Safety Act brought in really front end in a project. It's
awareness and engagement. It's engaging with the contractors earlier on in the design process or the construction programme. Typically, fire stopping or fire doors is one of the last activities to get done, and it just gets squeezed. Whereas actually, if you bring us in earlier, we can look at what's being installed and advise if there's systems that need to be tweaked to allow us to put our details into the standard detail rather than having to look for engineering judgments.
I think the key plan for us is to retain the foothold with our existing clients, continuously improve our offering, and look to kind of educate those clients more so that they understand the actual works that we're involved in. Their teams understand that more. With that, then it's about kind of growing our team and growing the capabilities that we can offer. We have been working not just in the Northwest but UK wide over the past 12 months as well, so we've got quite a significant pipeline of opportunity.
Yeah, so we've been an ASFP member for the past 2.5 years. We joined understanding that it's the leading sort of trade association. it pulls together the different parts of the sector. So you're not only looking at passive fire installers or fire door installers, you're looking at, you know, the manufacturers, the suppliers, the regulators, the testers. It kind of brings it all together to make sure that there is a sort of knowledge sharing. I
think it shows the kind of willingness to be advanced in the progression of a business. I think it shows that, similar to the RICS or CIOB, if you've got the right accreditations and training that kind of sits behind a tender, then it shows a client that you're actually willing to be in a position of progress, really.